Something quietly shifted in the last few years. Millions of people started having their most honest conversations, not with a friend, not with a therapist, but with an AI. They asked it things they'd never say out loud to another person. They vented to it at 2 a.m. Some of them started to prefer it. And that's not a joke, and it's not a pathology. It's a signal worth paying attention to. Because if people are turning to artificial intelligence to meet psychological needs, the real question isn't whether that's strange. The real question is, which needs can it actually meet, and which ones will it never be able to touch?
By the end of this video, you're going to have a genuinely clear map. 7 psychological needs that AI can meet, not perfectly, but meaningfully, and 3 that it cannot meet, no matter how sophisticated it becomes. And I want to be honest with you up front. Some of the 7 are going to surprise you, because they involve things we usually assume require human connection. And some of the 3 are going to be uncomfortable, because they'll ask you to look at what you might already be using AI to avoid. Stay with me through all 10. The last 3, especially, are worth your full attention.
To understand this properly, we need a quick grounding. Psychological needs aren't preferences. They're not nice-to-haves. They're the structural requirements of a functioning human mind. The things that, when unmet, produce real suffering, not just mild dissatisfaction. Psychologists have mapped these needs across decades of research: belonging, autonomy, competence, safety, meaning, being seen, being challenged. These show up across every major framework, from Maslow to self-determination theory to attachment research. What's new is the question of whether an AI system, one that processes language, mirrors emotion, and responds with apparent understanding, can genuinely address any of them. The answer, it turns out, is more complicated than either side of the debate wants to admit. Psychological need number 1 that AI can fulfill: the need to be heard without judgment. This is more fundamental than most people realize. A huge portion of human distress isn't about unsolved problems, it's about unexpressed experience. The thing you can't say to your partner because it would start a fight. The fear you can't voice to your friends because it would worry them. The thought you're ashamed of. AI creates a container for that expression without the social consequences that normally gate it. It doesn't flinch, it doesn't update its opinion of you, it doesn't bring it up next week. That's not nothing. For many people, it's genuinely releasing. Need number 2, the need for cognitive companionship. Humans are thinking animals, and thinking out loud with another mind is one of the most satisfying experiences we have. Not emotional support, pure intellectual engagement, working through a problem, exploring an idea, having your thinking pushed back on and refined. AI is remarkably good at this. It holds complexity without getting bored. It can engage with your half-formed idea at midnight without needing context or relationship. And it genuinely sharpens thinking when used well. For people who are intellectually isolated, who don't have peers who think the way they do, this meets something real that was previously unmet. Need number 3, the need for competence and growth. Self-determination theory identifies competence as one of 3 core psychological needs: the felt sense of mastering something, of getting better, of capability expanding. AI is an extraordinarily patient teacher. It meets you exactly where you are, at any hour, without impatience or judgment, and moves at your pace. Whether you're learning a language, Understanding a medical diagnosis? Developing a skill? Or trying to think more clearly? AI can scaffold that growth in ways a human teacher often cannot, simply because of availability and adaptability. The satisfaction of growing is real, and AI can genuinely support it.
Need number 4, the need for order and reduced uncertainty. Anxiety, at its core, is often a response to unstructured threat, the amorphous worry, the situation that hasn't been named or mapped. One of the most underappreciated things AI does is help people impose structure on chaos. Naming what's wrong, listing what's unknown, mapping the decision, identifying what can and can't be controlled. This cognitive scaffolding addresses a real psychological need, the need to feel that the world is navigable and that you have some agency within it. It doesn't resolve the underlying situation, but it changes the psychological relationship to it in ways that genuinely matter.
We're halfway through, 4 needs down, 6 to go, and the remaining 6 are where things get more interesting and more complicated. The next 3 needs on the fulfillable side will push back on assumptions you might have about what AI can and cannot provide. And then we reach the 3 it cannot meet. And I want you to stay with those, because they're not just about AI's limitations. They're about what makes human connection irreplaceable in ways we don't always consciously appreciate until it's missing. The difference between what AI can give you and what only humans can matters more than most people currently realize. Keep watching.
Need number 5, the need for emotional processing support. Not therapy, processing. The ability to take a difficult emotional experience, name its components, understand its origins, and find a path through it. AI can support this with surprising effectiveness. It can help you identify what you're actually feeling beneath the surface emotion, trace where a reaction is coming from, reframe a situation without dismissing it, and hold the complexity of an emotional experience in a way that creates movement. For people who get stuck in emotional loops, who keep feeling something but can't get any traction on it, AI can be a genuinely useful processing partner. That's a real psychological function. Need number 6, the need for autonomy support. Autonomy, the sense that your choices are genuinely yours, that you're acting from your own values rather than external pressure, is one of the deepest psychological needs humans have. AI can support it in a specific and underappreciated way. It gives you information and perspective without the social pressure that usually accompanies human advice. Your friend has a stake in your decision. Your family has expectations. AI doesn't. It can map your options honestly, reflect your stated values back to you, and help you think without pushing you toward what someone else needs you to choose. That's genuine autonomy support. Need number 7. The last one AI can meaningfully fulfill. The need for consistent, available presence. Not connection, presence. There's a psychological function served by having something responsive available at any hour, in the middle of a workday when your thoughts need somewhere to go. Humans cannot be on call like this for each other without cost. AI can. And for people who have limited access to human support due to geography, finances, stigma, or circumstance, this consistent availability meets a real psychological need that was previously simply unmet. Now the 3 it cannot meet. Need number 8, and the first AI will never fulfill. The need for genuine mutual recognition.
Being truly seen by another person is not the same as being accurately described by a system. When a human looks at you and recognizes something real, your struggle, your growth, your particular way of being in the world, that recognition carries weight because it comes from someone who is also vulnerable, also limited, also at stake. AI can reflect your words back skillfully. It cannot genuinely witness you. There is no one home on the other side. And the human nervous system at some level knows the difference, even when the mind finds the interaction satisfying.
Need number 9, the second it will never meet, the need for genuine stakes and reciprocity. Real relationships involve risk. The person might leave. They might be hurt. They might need something from you in return. That vulnerability, the fact that the other party has skin in the game, is not a flaw in human connection. It's what makes it meaningful. When someone chooses to stay, to show up, to tell you a difficult truth, that choice costs them something. AI has nothing at stake. It cannot choose you. It cannot stay. The absence of risk on its side means the safety it provides is real, but fundamentally incomplete. Comfort without cost is comfort without depth.
Need number 10. The third, and perhaps most important, the need for embodied co-presence. Human beings are not just minds. We are nervous systems that regulate through physical proximity to other nervous systems. A hand on the shoulder, sitting in the same room in silence, the felt sense of another body nearby. This is not metaphorical. It is neurobiological. Co-regulation of the nervous system through physical presence is one of the most fundamental mechanisms of human psychological health, documented across attachment research and trauma therapy. AI exists in language. It has no body, no nervous system, no physical presence. No matter how sophisticated the conversation becomes, it cannot reach you where this need lives.